performer of the evening, we have poet Jacob the Lifetarian.
Hi everyone, Jacob the Lifetarian here. So before I get started, I just want to tell everyone to turn their cell phones off, turn them to vibrate. I don't want to be interrupted while I'm performing. And if someone could let those other bands know to turn down a little bit too, thank you. So what I'm going to be doing today is a series of poems, vignettes, short stories, giving a voice to the voiceless, because plants don't have mouths to yell out in horror like humans and animals do. Plants don't have trendy hashtags to let everyone know on Facebook and Twitter that they're being oppressed. So I'm the hashtag today. I'm the walking, breathing hashtag for plants and animals, okay? So my first poem, my first piece is going to be from the point of view of a tree, of a plant, of a flower. I'm sure most of us in our teenage years had those angsty middle school days where we locked ourselves in our dark bedrooms, listened to My Chemical Romance, and scribbled eyeliner and lipstick on our faces like Mommy Dearest in a mental collapse, okay? So this first poem is going to be from the point of view of a teenage tree, and it's called Tree-nager. Here we go. The world needs me. You all need me. And yet, you all hate me. But you don't just hate me. You ate me. I am a tree. I'm those leafy greens, the chlorophyll on your jeans. But I'm much, much more. Until you all made me your whore. You sell me, you use me, and by God, you abuse me. You burn my body as you heat up your homes. You scribble on my skin as you write your poems. All I want to do is live life as a tree. But you just want to control and to change me, Dad. I'm a tree, not a salad or a box for your ballot. We always lose the election, falling victim to the erection. When I give you my affection, you just give me rejection. You drape me on your sandwich as you bite into my skin. If Moses had a bigger rock, he'd write another sin. Us trees are so essential, just what can't you conceive? That without us, you herbivores, you would surely fail to breathe. I may lack ears, but nobody is quite as deaf as you. So I'll scream until my body is free. I'm a tree. Hashtag me too. Thank you. Now this next piece is going to be a conversation, a revelation, a realization. It's going to be a dialogue between a tree and a vegan lumberjack. This piece is called The Lumberjack Whack, okay? I'm a lumberjack, sipping on beers and hating on queers. Hey, Mac, why don't you take a step back? Can't you see you make us trees yell when you keep taking whacks with the butt of your axe? Oh, looky here, a talking tree. Hold my beer, this'll be a good year. Stop right there, lose that devilish glare. Don't you care? And don't you know I give air for all the world to share? I don't care, I don't need air. I just inhale the muck from the exhaust of my pickup truck. You don't need air? This is CO2 outrageous. I just hope your ignorance isn't too contagious. Now listen here, tree. Get out of my face, or my blade and you will surely embrace. Now you listen to me. I swear this is the last time that you make me into a bat for America's favorite pastime. Shut up, you hippie tree. I'm gonna break you like Pangea and cut your body parts into a dresser for IKEA. You vegan lumberjacks are my enemy number one. You kill more things than a machine gun. You're killing all of us trees until we suffocate. So join me now, branch in hand, before it is too late. You stupid tree, I'm a vegan. Don't you know I can't help but kill? Hitler was a vegan too, and by God, I'll do his will. Thank you. Now, this next vignette is a real passion piece. Trees and plants, people don't realize, have a lot of characteristics that human beings have. So I'm going to display that for you right now. This piece is like it's like a rallying cry. It's a war cry. It could be a campaign slogan, and it's called, "Ain't I a livin'?" I'm a seed implanted into fertile ground. Ain't I a livin'? My siblings fornicate with birds and bees. Ain't I a livin'? When you pregnant mothers feel your baby kick against your belly, I too kick on the shell of my seed. Ain't I a livin'? When you're born and you give birth and you have a C-section, I too am born and have a seed section, okay? Ain't I a livin'? When you men wake up erect with your morning wood, I too stand tall and erect redwood. Ain't I a livin'? When you jocks run around the fields exhausted, begging to fill your lungs with my air, ain't I a livin'? When I get dry skin and my leaves begin to fall, minor interjections of my many imperfections as the winter puts my life in queue, but in the spring I'm born anew. Ain't I a livin'? Everyone, join me. In the morning when your pancakes are dry and you cut me with a knife within an inch of my life, and I bleed my syrupy sap for you. Everyone, ain't I a livin'? When you sever my limbs and they rot to brown, or when a killer breeze knocks me to the ground, ain't I a livin'? When couples go apple picking and start catcalling my fruits, molesting my balls until they get the juice, ain't I a livin'? When the FCC cut off some of my leaves to cover the crotch of Adam and Eve, ain't I a livin'? When there's no more trees but just one left standing, and you vegans need some roughage for your sandwich, you cut me with your chainsaw and I fall to the ground. Ain't I a dyin'? When you see my teardrops, but you call them dewdrops, ain't I a dyin'? All of you with eyes and ears to conceive, I've just one last request before I leave. Make like a tree and breathe. Thank you. I got one last piece. This one's gonna be a little different. This is gonna be like a story. I'm gonna be a storyteller right now. And I need you all to use your imaginations. I gave you a lot of warnings, and this is gonna be a description of a dystopic future that is not too far away. And it's well on its way to happening. The title of this piece is The Last of the Lifetarians. Fast forward 200 years into the distant future, a future where vegans ruled the world for decades. Nuclear war hasn't destroyed the earth, rather, it was the vegans' appetite. That's right, the sociopathic, selfish vegans have eaten every last plant and tree on earth, except for one. Humans have been forced to ration their breaths to only 5 inhales and exhales a day, because that one last tree alive just couldn't possibly supply enough oxygen for the entire world. I, Jacob the Lifetarian, am the last of the Lifetarians. I tried warning all of you. I warned you that vegans would eventually eat every last tree until we all suffocate. Mass suffocation has been plaguing the earth because that one last tree couldn't possibly supply enough oxygen to keep us all alive. there were only a few hundred humans left on Earth. Until one day. The mass suffocations returned. I woke up and found all my neighbors around me dead, blue in the face. Then I too felt choked of breath. What the heck is happening? I said. Why is it suddenly nearly impossible to breathe? I took an extra 5 breaths, breaking my ration for the day, and then I heard the sirens. That's right, vegans implanted microchips into all humans to make sure they didn't take more than 5 breaths a day. And as soon as I took 1 extra breath, the microchip alerted the vegan gulag. I tried running. I ran and I ran until the vegans caught me. This one liberal hippie vegan with unshowered dreadlocks grabbed me from behind, but I couldn't let him win. Take your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty vegan! I then thrusted my fist into his weak chin, and he fell like Stephen Hawking in a 3-legged race. Luckily for me, the vegans are inherently weak and frail because of their diets. But I too suddenly felt weak because of the lack of oxygen in the air. I decided to crawl to that last living tree. It was stationed on a nearby shore. But as I crawled nearer, what I saw before me was humanity's death wish. That last living tree was uprooted and chewed to pieces, and on its branches lay the corpse of a suffocated vegan. You finally really did it! You maniacs! You chopped it down! God damn you! God damn you all to hell!